यहाँ प्रभु कृत शीस कपीस उछंगा वाम दहिन दिश चाप निशंगा यहाँ दुह कर कमल सुधारत बाना कहलंकेश मंत्र लगी काना यहाँ बड़ भागी अंगद हनुमाना चरण कमल चापत विधि नाना यहाँ प्रभु पासे लक्ष्मण वीरासन कठिन संग गरवाण सरासन. My blissful gorgeous now come to the battlefield. A shining automatic chariot rose from the flames of Yajna, which was able to disappear and appear at will. And Meghnad got on the chariot and vanished in thin air. And then he appeared right in the battlefield and ordered his soldiers to divert the wanderers' attention by surprise attacking. Most of the wanderers were pierced by the arrows and they fell unconscious. Meghnad then went to the place where Sri Ram and Lakshmana were, and he shot Sammohanastra, which hypnotizes the object, and pierced all the limbs with the sharp arrows. And he returned to Lanka, and great joy flowed, and Ravan out of love embraced his son again and again. And there was no sign of life in the army. After the sun set, the darkness grew and obscured the sky as if it were a black shadow of death. Only Vibhishan was saved, but it proved to him to be more horrible, tough than death. Mayank and Vivid and Nal and Neel all were lying unconscious. They found Jambavan, the commander-in-chief, and he was recovering his unconscious. Hearing their sound, he called them and asked, I recognize you, Vibhishan. I am coming to my senses gradually. You just tell me, is Hanumanji alive? Vibhishan was surprised and asked, Sir, you did not inquire about Sri Ram, Lakshman, Sugriva and Angad. Why did you ask about Hanumanji first? Then Jambavanti said, if Hanumanji is saved, I have hope for everyone. He can give life to all and everyone. Jambavanti said. In sinking tone, he went on, if he is dead, then Meghnad can kill the ones that remain alive. Please order me. Hanumanji came from somewhere and touched the feet of the age-old warrior of the golden age, and Jambavanti. Oh, we are all saved. Jamavanta was highly contented. Now we can plan for some revival. No medicines are left on the Gandhamadhan mountain. And Hanumanji said in disgust, in Lanka there is a great physician, Dr. Hussain. Vibhishan's brain also became active. He has mastery over botanical herbs and roots and leaves. He knows the whereabouts of all medicines all over the world. He has traveled everywhere. This is the time to use your power, Hanumanji. Jambavan looked at Hanuman and continued. You are already hearing the great sounds of drum celebrations. They are busy, Lankian citizens are busy with their festivals on such an occasion. You can easily bring us the physician from Lanka. Vibhishan gave Hanumanji the directions how his the home of the physician. And Hanumanji leaped in the sky and swam through the space and arrived at the spot. He found the physician sleeping. Due to remaining constantly engaged in research, Sushen could not find time for a marriage in his life, so he was a bachelor. He had a nice bungalow built on a huge rock in a silent corner of the city. He loved his patients and allowed them to approach him whenever they suffered. So he had never arranged to have any gatekeeper. He had servants, but all of them had gone to celebrate the festival. The celebration was of no use to Sushen, so he went to bed after making some new experiments. Hanumanji thought, after all, his books and medicines will be in his home, so let us take him with his home. So he raised his house up and flew towards the north. Sushena was awakened by the movement, and as he dressed and came to the door, he saw Vibhishanji greeting him. A physician has neither friend nor foe. I deal only with patients. Just take me to the patient. Dr. Sushen told the Vibhishanji. But here are all soldiers lying almost unconscious, Vibhishanji said, full of agony. Whosoever body is, whoever body is in one piece cannot be pronounced dead. Uh, Even if there are hundreds of wounds, if the man was healthy before the wounds, then medicine can make him alive before the sun rises. Sushen happened. And Dr. Sushen examined Sri Ram and Lakshman and became very serious for a while. Then he looked at Hanumanji and said, only you can do it, Hanumanji. Please go to Himalayas without delay, cross all the hills and dells and reach the area of Mount Kailash. Just near there is a Dronagiri hill. It is full of right kind of medicines and herbs I need here. He told him the description and said, bring these herbs. They are all lustrous in the night. It is about dusk now, and you have to come back before the sun rises. Without giving any reply, Hanumanji leaped into the sky and flew to the north like a space saucer towards Dronagiri mountain. About 2600 miles away, Ravan and his sons were very careful. They engaged the spies and warriors who could prevent any help coming from the sky because they knew that the planet was very much in favor of Sri Ram. At once a spy informed Ravan that the great physician had been taken away by the Vanaras, and that the same one who had taken him was now going towards the north very fast, and they had no power to resist him. Immediately Ravan made a decision and arrived at the home of the great black magician of his time. His name was Kalanemi. Without wasting any time in formalities, he said, please hurry and stop him just for this night. As you wish, so be it, said Kalnemi, and he arose in the air and disappeared from Lanka. He appeared in the North India on the earth where Hanumanji was to pass 15 minutes later. There was an old ruined pond where Kalanemi created a heavenly grove, a most beautiful and attractive hermitage, and turned himself into the form of a highly elegant yogi by the power of his black magic. He threw his hypnotic influence all over the space. When Hanumanji reached that part of space, he felt very thirsty. His throat began to parch. The moon was rising, and when he glanced downward, he saw the most beautiful hermitage and a great yogi sitting in yogic pose on a slab under the open sky, and there must be a water pond nearby, Hanumanji thought. And so he descended near the hermitage, entered the compound, and bowed down to the yogi in reverence. Oh Hanumanji, God bless you, my son. Be successful in your mission, the black magician said, rejoicing. We dwellers in solitude always meditate on the heart sanctifying bliss, enlightening, beautiful pastimes of Lord Sri Ramchandra. I always see his pastimes in the light of my own divine meditation. Nowadays he is playing a game of fighting with Ravan, but he will be victorious, no doubt. Kalnemi said in one breath. Kalnemi knew that Hanumanji loved to hear the pastimes of Sitaram, and that whenever he heard them he used to forget everything else and long time would pass. So he tried to entangle Hanumanji by this way. I am very thirsty, Hanumanji said. Please tell me where the water is. Hanumanji was not so careless in Sri Ram's work. He had to go. So he requested the yogi with folded hands to let him have a drink of water. Oh, I am sorry, I forgot. Please take this water. Kalnemi moved his water-filled kamandal, in which he had already mixed the sharpest poison towards Hanumanji. This little water, Hanumanji objected. What to speak of quenching my thirst? This will fail even to wet my throat. Please tell me the way to the pond quickly. You also have to go to bring medicine, the pseudo-yogi replied. When the poisoning plan had failed, Kalnemi played yet another trick. Those medicines are definitely extraordinary. They begin to shine only to those who are initiated in certain mantras. Just behind those bushes there is a pond. You drink and take bath and come quickly. I will initiate you and give you the most powerful mantra. He thought he could pass the whole night teaching Hanumanji various compulsory rituals of the mantras. So kind of you, how merciful you are. Hanumanji was very innocent. He never knew to doubt anyone who was in saintly garb, which is the nature of real devotee. He hurried off to the pond. He drank water from the pond, and as soon as Hanumanji entered in the water to take a dip, a crocodile captured his leg and began to swallow him, but his another foot was still free, so he raised it a little up and dashed it on the crocodile's head with full velocity. As if a rock had fallen upon it, her head broke into pieces and she died on the spot, that crocodile, the lady crocodile. Immediately a most beautiful damsel arose out of the water and standing in the space, she said with folded palms to Hanumanji, I am an astral damsel from Swargalok. Every day I used to come to the Himalayas to play there. I loved youth very much, but he never bothered about me. He was always busy in meditations and discussions with the elderly saints on philosophy. One day I saw he was reciting some Vedic mantras while standing in the water. I wanted to give him a pleasant surprise, and so I entered into the water and clasped his feet from the backside. He was jolted and was in a squandary, and he forgot his mantra, and this annoyed him. He gave me it gave me great joy. Then I began to laugh wholeheartedly, and he became angry and cursed me to become a crocodile. So, Messenger of Sri Ram, by your grace I am delivered from these hideous pieces. Listen, my Lord, this is not a yogi, but a dreadful black magician Rakshas called Nemi, who has been sitting here, sitting here, specially to detain you, and the damsel disappeared, my dear friend. Hanumanji was as if awakened. He came out of the pond and walked to the yogi, who had already fixed everything suitable for initiation. But Hanumanji said, "Oh great Reverend Yogi Maharaj, excuse me. You will have to initiate me later. Please take my donation first, because it is the custom to give donation after the initiation. So take the donation first." Saying this, Hanumanji wrapped his tail around his neck and dashed him on a huge rock. His magic ashram disappeared and his huge demonic form appeared. His blood was scattered all around, and Hanumanji rose in the sky and made his fastest speed, and he arrived at Dronagiri mountain before midnight. He saw the whole mountain shimmering with lights from the heaven. He was puzzled about the particularly the quantity, and so he took up the whole mountain and returned fastest speed. This time he happened to pass through the space of Nandigram of Ayodhya. It was the second half of the night, and Sri Bharatji, the second younger brother of Sri Ram, due to extreme suffering owing to his separation from Sri Ram, was living an ascetic way of life, and he was just finishing his daily worship and meditation in his cave, and was sitting outside in the moonlit night, my dear friend. He suddenly saw a huge form coming fast from the north with a shining mountain in his hand. He thought he was some demon carrying a huge mountain which he could dash on the hermitage of some rishi or in Ayodhya. He must be going to attack someone, otherwise why has he in such a hurry? He quietly took his bow and fixed a tipless arrow and released it. And when Hanumanji was out of the residential area, my dear friend, as soon as it struck against his heart, Hanumanji cried, "Ram, Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram," and fell down on the earth unconscious. The Vayudevata held the mountain in the space. The moment Bharat heard Sri Ram, Jai Ram, and Sita Ram, he threw his bow away and rushed to him. "Who is he? Whom have I killed?" It's another offense to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Ram. Bharat ran down and saw Hanumanji, and he was extremely tormented and wept in tears. "If I really love Sri Ram, if Sri Ram really loves me, then by the power of this truth, let this wanderer be saved," said Bharatji. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram." Hanumanji suddenly opened his eyes and sat up and said, "Oh, my merciful Lord Hanumanji, misconceived Bharat for Ram," as the resemblance was striking. "Brother, I am the younger son of King Dasarath and younger brother of Bhagavan Sri Ram. My name is Bharat. I have committed an offense by shooting an arrow at you. Please excuse me, and may I make your acquaintance? I an insignificant servant of Sri Ram. This is Hanumanji going down